Hello. We are new to this, so
This is gonna be really awkward, guys. Just know that.
yeah.
Let it happen. Just let it happen.
Let it happen. Hi, we are comic rooks, as in comic book rookies. You know.
But
Yeah. And this is basically gonna be us talking about comic books. It's not really gonna be about news or anything. It's just we're pretty new to the comic book scene. Only been doing stuff for a little bit, maybe like a year or so, a few years, depending. And we do have childhood stuff, like everybody does. I mean, come on. DC cartoons.
DCAU for life, man.
So good. But yeah, as we've gotten older, we've done like other stuff with comics, which is craziness, and now we're gonna be talking about them.
We can discuss news at some points, but it's not going to be like a news-centered podcast.
Nah, it's gonna be more about questions and just random stuff, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the question of the week, or
Probably introduce ourselves first.
Oh, yes. No, you're right.
We're new guys.
Yeah, this is gonna be a journey. You're gonna be taking it with us.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Yeah. My name is Mexi Grummion.
And I'm Sarah. There are 10 million of us, so does it really matter what my last name is? Probably not.
I don't know. I mean, I probably didn't even have to say my last name because how many Mexis are out there? I feel like you could probably stalk me with just the one.
Beware, Mexi.
I know.
You need to watch your Facebook.
I'm gonna get Facebook stalked now. It's gonna be horrible.
Beware.
Yeah, no. So, what is the question for the week?
Question for the week is, what would be the best comic book characters, or alternatively, which comic title would work as like having its own show?
Yep, and keep in mind that when we say question of the week, we mean like every couple weeks.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna test things out, see how it goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a. We're gonna figure out how this schedule is gonna work soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bumpy ride, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to start or should I?
You can start.
Okay. Well, my first idea would be, well, this is probably very obvious since he is my favorite character.
Yes. I know where this is going.
But I would love to have a Booster Gold TV show.
It could totally work.
They are doing like the Time Police show
in
thing.
the Tomorrow People or Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes, Tomorrow
People is something else.
No, that's where everybody should have just had orgy and gotten all that sexual tension out.
Yeah, so many love triangles and
All
hexagons and
it was like a love circle, basically.
love circle. It just didn't end.
There were too many angles.
So many angles. It just made a circle. It's just like it didn't end.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, but like, yeah, basically, I would love to see Booster Gold because I think he'd be one of the perfect characters for a TV show. He's a B-grade superhero. He's pretty relatable in that he starts off with selfish ambitions, but he grows into a better person as time goes on. And he doesn't actually have any superpowers. He technically steals all his abilities from people from the future.
Lols.
Enemies that shouldn't have those.
That things drop. It happens.
Yeah. No, but like, he steals it from a museum that shouldn't have technically had the costumes and equipment that it had because it was like the year 2000 like 27,000 or it's like the 25th century and they have like 30th century gear in that museum. I have no clue how that works.
That's really impressive.
But that happened.
That museum was ahead of its time, quite literally.
Quite literally.
Does it count as a museum if it hasn't happened yet?
I don't know. Maybe it's more of a prophecy.
Ah, Prophecyum.
Prophecyum.
Yes. The Museum of Forbidden Technologies.
Sounds like a Night Vale thing.
Yep.
You should not walk into the Museum of Forbidden Technologies.
I feel like there is something like that, is there?
I think
If there's not, there should be.
There should be.
The hooded figures do not approve of you walking into the Museum of Forbidden Technologies.
You must wear something over your eyes in the Museum of Forbidden Technologies.
You must wear the designated blindfold containing the 12 signs of the Chinese zodiac, all sticking their tongues out in a grotesque manner.
Yes, that sounds like something that would happen in Night Vale.
But anyway, Booster Gold.
Booster Gold, what do you think? Booster Gold?
I definitely think it could work, especially since, people love time travel stuff. Look at Doctor Who. That's been around for 50 years.
I know.
You know? And then, yeah.
They could also... He could even just be in, a Justice League International sitcom TV show. Who wouldn't want a Justice League International sitcom TV show?
I would love that.
Oh my gosh, because the 80s version was... it was so good.
It was so ridiculous.
It was where Martian Manhunter got his need for Oreos.
And, it was called Justice League International, but, only Americans, and then Jean was in it.
Basically. And somehow they got Batman, and it's how? How even?
I feel like Batman was just they don't pay me enough for this.
He literally was like that at one point, and he was like, I quit.
Goodbye, sir.
Basically. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I definitely feel like a Booster Gold TV show, done the right way, it could definitely work.
Yeah.
Since, there are a lot of tropes in it that are very popular. So, again, when done the right way, it could work. Especially since, Legends of Tomorrow is kind of going to experiment with the timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically going to have Rip Hunter in it, and that
Rory?
means, yeah, Rory. Let's just call him Rory because Rip Hunter is a horrible name. Yeah, no.
Arthur Darvill will always be Rory to me.
Basically, I mean, that was one of his best roles.
Yeah, I feel like I really want there to be, this one episode of Legends of Tomorrow where, he's doing something time travel-y, and then Matt Smith runs up to him and is just no, you'll ruin it!
Yeah.
And then, nothing, and then, it just cuts away. No explanation, just...
I really do wish that happened. Oh my gosh.
I would enjoy that.
It'd be fantastic.
It would. Alright, any others?
Another one, well... This is already happening, but I'd like to tweak the idea. Instead of having just Supergirl, I would like it to either be Power Girl or Red Lantern Supergirl.
Red Lantern Supergirl for the win.
Oh my god. Red Lantern Supergirl, that was just crazy, and they just did not do enough in the comics when she was a Red Lantern, and so much could be done with that. It would be so cool. Instead of derp, 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 I'm a secretary at this place.
Secretary by day, Supergirl by night.
It's such a stereotypical job for a
She's
lady.
Clark Kenting. Yeah.
Yeah, but at least for Clark Kent, he was a news reporter. She's a secretary.
She's a secretary at a fashion company? Is it The Devil Wears Prada meets Supergirl?
That's basically, what they're doing with Supergirl is they're trying to get the non-comic book reading woman to watch it. Which, I don't know, I feel like that's a really weird crowd to try to get to as a comic book company, but...
I can sort of get it, because, whenever you make a comic book adaptation, you're appealing to, a more generalized audience, but I feel like they didn't need to try that hard, because everyone knows who Supergirl is. I feel like there are plenty of people who'd be like, I'll watch this, Supergirl's great.
Yeah, I don't know, and also the reasoning behind her keeping girl instead of woman.
Such a terrible reason.
It was patronizing to a great extent.
Yeah, that was really stupid. They could have easily just been it's a snappier title.
I'm fine with that.
That is
that I can understand, but, like, the reasoning behind it just pissed me off to such an extent that I want to watch it, but at the same time, I really just want to spite them and not watch it.
Yeah, it's like they could have just used the snappier thing, and, like, I really don't think anyone would have questioned the validity of that.
Yeah.
But then, because admittedly Superwoman is kind of a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. I understand that.
Yeah, but, like, they didn't have to use, the reasoning they used was dumb.
Yeah, it was. And I don't know, I also heard that they changed some of the actors, too, after the teaser. Like, oh my gosh, I think they changed, like, that hot guy in it that's supposed to be, like, her love interest or whatever.
The guy who loves her, but when it was just like, be with me, and she's just like, nah.
Yeah,
that guy?
No, I don't remember his name, but he's, like, the news reporter guy who knows Clark.
Oh.
But, like, she knows him, too, or something. I don't remember his name, but apparently they changed him to a more normal-looking person.
So he's not there just being, like, casually, unbelievably attractive while everyone else is just kind of, like, there.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Which is respectable, but I feel like that's strange. It's
yeah,
like,
of all the casting changes to make.
It's like, oh, he's too sexy.
You're far too handsome, sir. We have to let you go.
I feel like that must be, like, the weirdest. Like, be at a bar, you know, drinking, it's like, what's your problem? I got fired for being too sexy.
Yeah, I feel like that must have been, like, the most bittersweet moment. Like, to be fired, why are you letting me go? I'm sorry, sir, but you are far too attractive. Oh. You're both flattered and, like, you're out of a job, so it's like, which is worse? Which is better? Which is worse?
Yeah. No, what are your ideas, though?
Alright, so I have a couple, and I think they're both viable in terms of, like, admittedly, I think representation is important, but I also think that done well, these shows honestly have, like, enough in these titles, like, have enough in them that, like, they could make someone some serious dough.
Mm-hmm.
First of all is, like, the new Black Canary comic, because I think we all know now that, like, TV really likes when they can sell music along with their show.
Oh, dude, look at Disney Channel.
Look at Disney, look at Glee, look at all of these different shows that are selling music along with it. Black Canary would have that, but it would also have really cool, like, butt-kicking action.
Yeah.
Which I think would be an amazing combination of things.
So have you been reading it? I haven't read any of it yet.
I've read, like, the first one, and I'm, like, I actually need to borrow the second one, the other ones that are out now. But, like, just the idea, I think, is enough to make money.
It is.
I mean, I don't know. It's probably... This is probably, like, the least likely on my list to actually happen, just because, like, there's that era's going on now, and, like, they probably wouldn't want to have two Black Canaries on TV at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it sounds like a good idea. They could just bus her and...
make Katie Cassidy sing.
Yeah, I mean, she'd probably have to get, like, some singing lessons or something.
Yes. Yes, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but, like, knowing how Arrow is and just, like, serious all the time.
Yeah.
I'm the knight. I doubt it would happen.
It's basically transplanting Batman onto Green Arrow, which is a weird choice.
Me sad. It makes me sad.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. And, like, I don't know, I feel like that... I don't know, I feel like that sounds like a way more reasonable idea than what they had for that Birds of Prey show a while back, which was a ridiculous TV show that my parents bought me the whole only season of.
And all one season.
I watched that whole season during Christmas break, and it was okay.
It was only okay. Yeah, I've been curious about it, but, like, I also don't know if it's worth watching.
I have the season, so in theory, I could get my family to send it over.
I mean, it's not that urgent.
Yeah.
It's not that urgent.
Yeah. I'd give it, like, a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Like, it's not, like, the worst thing I've seen, but on the other hand, I'm pretty lenient when it comes to TV shows sometimes.
That's true, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the idea, and I think that they could have done a lot with the idea, but again, problem's the execution.
Yeah, that execution sucked.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why... I feel like DC properties, like, struggle more when they're live action, but, like, the cartoon ones are always really good.
Well,
and I'm not sure what the difference is.
I think it's different departments, and that department is just so well-oiled. It is a well-oiled machine that makes the best things ever. Like, oh my gosh. Some of those fantastic movies that are even coming out, like, right now and stuff. Like, the new, like, basically Court of Owls
I want to
movie.
watch that so bad.
It's so good! Like, oh my gosh. So good.
Yeah, like, they like, churn out consistently good animated features, but, like, their live action ones struggle a bit. I'm not gonna say they're universally bad.
Yeah, like, it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I heard Smallville was good up to a point.
Up to a point, yeah. I heard it, like, went downhill, like, a few seasons in and just never quite recovered.
Yeah, I think it's, like, I heard, like, it was really bad once, like, the Justice Society started happening, too.
Because it was the Justice Society / League, whatever, on a CW budget.
Yeah, no, but, like, I'm excited to see if they'll be able to do it now, because though their budgets are pretty small, it looks like they're putting a lot of effort into these new TV shows.
They're trying so hard.
They're trying
so hard.
And, like, WB actually has a pretty good track record when it comes to DC entertainment.
Mm.
Even if the movies have been subpar lately. And I'm really worried
DC.
about Batman v Superman.
Oh, Batman.
I heard that they cut out parts... They cut out parts of Superman's role within the... This is rumored. But, like, Superman was supposed to be kind of like... Batman v Superman was supposed to be like 2/3 Superman, 1/3 Batman, but they apparently liked Batfleck so much that it's now 50-50, which I'm worried about.
I can see that being either a really good decision or a really bad one, and I can't tell which one it's going to be.
Because, you know, Calvin, whatever his name is, this guy who plays Superman, he was actually one of the only good things... Cable. Something Cable. Henry Cable.
That's it.
Yes. Henry Cable was actually one of the only good things in Man of Steel. He was actually acting okay in it.
He can act.
He can act decent.
I think he looks like a statue. Like he was carved rather than born, but...
Well, true. But, I mean, like, I guess... That goes with Superman.
If he can, as far as I'm concerned, though, if he can act, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like Man of Steel, but he
I feel like not many people did.
Yeah, he was one of the good things in it. I would say he wasn't bad at acting in it. I'm not sure about some of the other choices in it. Like
Superman, accidental mass murderer.
Basically, or like, please don't save me from this tornado that you can save me from. It's okay, son.
Pat.
Just leave me here. I saved your dog.
Okay. I just like I always imagine Urkel. Did I do that?
Yeah. I'm just worried about that, but
yeah, we can probably like do an entire other episode on the DCEU because they finally decided on a title.
Yeah,
it warrants its own episode.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
which the name for their like film stuff is confusing compared to their name for like what they're doing now. Instead of the New 52, they're on DCU.
YOU. Because, okay.
Yeah. Reasons, I suppose. Well, I guess it's probably because there's no continuity, so it's like you choose the universe that you're checking out, blah, blah,
what
blah.
What continuity?
Or technically, I guess it's like all continuities, but none at the same time. It's like...
What are they doing?
It's a Schrodinger's cat scenario, I feel.
Oh, DC.
It's... What they're turning out's not bad. Like, Bizarro is so good right now.
Yeah, they seem to, like, be... It's a mixed bag.
It's hit or miss, but it's better than the New 52. Anything's better than the New 52.
Yeah. I remember, like, hearing in Boston Comic Con, someone asked, like, a panel of writers whose idea was the New 52, and the entire room went silent. There was just silence in the room.
Yeah.
And it was kind of great.
Oh, DC. Well,
DC.
Yeah. No, there's rumors about the New 52, but this isn't what the show's about now.
Yeah, we can have an entire discussion on DC and whether or not it's a mess. But one of my other ideas actually is another DCU title. We Are Robin.
Ooh. Bum, ba-dum, bum,
Bum, bum, bum, bum. Yes. Sorry, I think of We Are Farmers all the time when I read that.
Oh,
anyway, yes. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Anyway, so yeah, I think, first of all, it's Batman related, and I feel like Gotham shows that you can sell anything that's kind of Batman related.
Yeah.
And like it's like a different kind of perspective. There's super heroic antics, and like there's a very diverse cast. I mean, think about it. It's like it ties in well to current events, kind of, because it's about like a bunch of young kids deciding that they want to take back like Gotham themselves. They're tired of just like waiting around for other people to do it. So it's like a whole movement, which I think is really cool, especially with like recent protests and things where it's like young kids have joined in on trying to be activists.
Yeah.
So I think you can definitely like make some money off that, and you can get a lot of fan support for it.
Yeah, no, you could definitely do some social commentary in there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's again, that's kind of one of those things where I feel like you should tread carefully, just because social commentary can be good, but DC, I feel like recently it's been doing it kind of heavy-handedly. Like,
yeah.
Season 1 of Arrow was really heavy-handed to the point where it kind of wasn't that enjoyable.
Yeah.
So they would just have to tread the line between making sure the audiences know what's going on and being subtle.
Well, what I think they need to do is something kind of like a Joss Whedon-esque type of spiel where it is dark and it is intense at points, but you still have those kind of laugh-out-loud moments and those little quirky episodes, too, you know?
Oh, yeah, like, I definitely think you need some humor in things most of the time because people just get bored if it's all angst all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of the whole angst is all we're doing thing. That's why I kind of like what we're doing with the DCU right now. Like, for instance, you know, Bizarro. Bizarro's like the best thing ever right now, and it's
Bizarro's
just like
so great.
the weirdest comic, but it's nice.
It's great.
It's not showing how sad Bizarro is because nobody understands him. It's just him on a road trip. It's planes, trains, and automobiles with Bizarro and what's his face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. My mind's going blank right now. But yes, it's perfect. So yeah, that could work. That's definitely one good thing about the DCU. They're trying to cut out the New 52, like all serious all the time. But anyway, another show that I think could work would be the new Dr. Fate.
Ooh, I've heard that's good.
I've read 2 issues of it. I think there's like 3 or 4 now. I lose count. I know it's only 4, but like I can never keep track of when all the different release dates are. I definitely think that could work. That'd probably be better as an animated feature more than anything else, like with kind of like surreal kind of animation, kind of like what the comic book is actually doing.
Ooh, kind of like doing some sort of Teen Titans-esque thing, maybe? Or
sort of. I think it'd be a bit like
Justice League?
I feel like it'd be in between them in terms of, like, the surreal quality and, like, the serious level.
Okay.
Because, like, I feel like it wouldn't be quite Teen Titans-like in terms of cheer, but it wouldn't be Justice League levels of solemn either, if that makes sense.
I get that.
Yeah. I feel like it could definitely work. I mean, like, it's really cool. It's this guy who just, like, he goes to a museum. He's, like, this Egyptian, like, med student. Well, he's American, but, like, his father he's Egyptian-American. His father is from Egypt, moved here. He's half Egyptian, I think, actually. Yeah. His mom's white.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, he's this guy, he's in med school, he's trying to, you know, do him. And then all of a sudden, like, his cat, who's casually the Egyptian goddess Bast, is that how it's pronounced?
I think so.
Casually the Egyptian goddess is just like, so, you've got to be Dr. Fate now. And he's just like, what?
What?
Why?
Sounds kind of like Sailor Moon.
It kind of is.
He's like, hi, Sailor Moon.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, this is happening.
Good.
And so I feel like it definitely has a lot of potential because, like, there's the amusement of, well, I have ultimate power now. And then there's also, like, well, Anubis kind of wants to destroy the world and restore order so he can rule over the dead, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely think it could be a really good animated series.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun.
No, I could totally see that. Ooh, do you know what would be good for an animated series? I don't know too much about it at the moment, but there's this new Hulk that's gonna come.
Oh, the Korean Hulk.
Yeah, Amadeus Cho.
He looks so great.
I heard that he's, like, gonna be fit. Like, from what I've heard, it sounds fantastic because he loves being the Hulk, and his theme song is Amadeus, Amadeus.
It should be. It needs to be. If it's not already, it needs to be.
Yeah.
Marvel, if you're listening.
Come on.
We're handing you this. That is literally his name. Come on, guys.
It would be a fantastic animated.
Amadeus. It'd be really great.
It would be a great, animated one, too, you know?
It'd be so fun, because he'd be like, yeah, I'm the Hulk.
Yeah, and Marvel just doesn't have a good track record for, they don't have as good of a track record as DC when it comes to animated TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be a big win for them if they made it into an animated TV show.
The potential is there, guys.
Oh my gosh, so much potential.
And then that actually leads very well into my last one that I had an idea for, Kamala Khan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Honestly, people would love it because, I mean, she's basically one of us. She's a fangirl. She writes Avengers fan fiction in her spare time.
Yeah.
And then she just casually, gets these powers and becomes Miss Marvel. Mm-hmm. And I think that's an awesome story, and it could be a lot of fun.
And it works with the Inhumans plot that they're doing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It could be a teeny bopper TV show. I could definitely see it on, ABC Family.
Yeah, the possibilities really are endless for this.
I know, seriously.
And plus Marvel has shown that, it kind of wants its TV shows to do well. I mean, I know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has struggled, but I've heard nothing but good things about Agent Carter and Daredevil.
Agent Carter is fantastic. Daredevil is spot on perfect. Daredevil. And I'm so excited because I've heard there's a teaser out for JoJo's show. JoJo! And I'm so excited about that.
Yes, that's going to be so great.
Jessica Jones, by the way.
Oh yeah, we just call her JoJo.
Because she's the best.
Because she's great. Poor JoJo. Life kicks her around, but she gets back up again.
She has an infinite amount of powers, but nobody cares about her. And it's really sad.
It's so sad.
That's why her and Luke Cage are the best.
They're so great.
They're so great.
Because no one cares about either of them, but they care about each other.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to seeing David Tennant as, the villain, because, everyone loves David Tennant so much because he was 10. Yeah. And so, now it's going to be really creepy bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's going to be interesting because I heard instead of giving him purple skin, they give him just a purple suit that he wears, which I guess makes sense with the realism of the show that they're trying to portray.
Yeah. It makes sense. And plus, I feel like that's slightly scarier because you can't pick him out of a crowd as easily.
Nah,
because, if he changed his clothes, it's just well, where is he?
Yeah, and for a second I thought, why didn't they give him purple hair? And I was like, well, maybe that would have been weird.
He could have really blended in with, the hipster section of New York.
Yes, he could have lived in Brooklyn or something.
That would be a great show, too.
Yes, Purple Man in Brooklyn.
Yes. He's lost his powers, but he's still got his color.
Yeah. It's him just opening up a coffee shop.
Yes.
And has to struggle with trying to be a supervillain but not having the ability to be one anymore.
So he's just okay, how can I... So he becomes an evil businessman, just how can I rip off my customers?
Yes.
And so he's just I will charge $10 for coffee. But then it turns out it's really good coffee, so people are willing to pay $10 for it. And he's just God damn it.
Yeah, it'll be kind of like the producers. He tries to be so bad that everybody likes him in the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely think it could work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Do you know who would also have a pretty cool TV show?
Who?
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
Frickin' Squirrel Girl.
She's undefeated.
She is. She'd have, like, the best sitcom ever. It'd just be a college sitcom.
College sitcom about Squirrel Girl.
Oh my gosh, have you read any of it?
I haven't gotten a chance to read it yet. I have a couple of copies, but, like, I haven't actually gotten to sit down and read them yet.
I've read a few, and it's just, like, Squirrel Girl. She's so cool. I like her.
I'm just proud that someone, like, decided to make that a thing. Like, what rhymes with girl? Squirrel!
I love that her first villain that she defeats is Dr. Doom. It's like, you can defeat Dr. Doom with a horde of squirrels.
What are the Fantastic Four even around for anymore, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I heard they're cutting them out of the universe, so...
Oh. Ouch. Then you can never get your Namor Sue.
Oh, Namor Sue, because, you know... Okay, so I'm a fan of Namor and Sue Storm together because...
Oh boy.
Because her husband... editorial section here. Her husband is the worst person ever.
Yeah,
he
here it goes.
Sucks at being a father. He never pays attention to Sue. He constantly makes one of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe insecure about herself. And he sucks as a person. Like, I guess he's a good person, that he does good deeds, but he sucks as a human being.
As a relation,
general.
he can't relate to people.
He can't.
It's almost like Sheldon in a way.
He's like Sheldon, but if Sheldon wasn't endearing.
Yeah, of course, like, Sheldon also is like, no thanks, family.
Yeah.
Which is, like, a big difference.
Yeah, at least Sheldon has, like, manners, and if he sees you, like, sad, he will offer you a hot beverage.
He won't know what to do, but he'll be like, well, I have this warm beverage. And it's like, oh, okay. Thank you.
And he may try to empathize, like, he may even try to sing you Soft Kitty.
Soft Kitty. I want Reed Richards to sing Soft Kitty.
Me too, because at least that would make him more human than robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I hate Reed Richards.
Oh boy.
Sorry about my editorial.
I feel like all the people who are going to listen to this are going to be people who love Reed Richards, and they're just going to be like, you don't know anything, he's the best guy ever! And it's going to be like, oh shit.
Yeah, we're just going to get enemies from day one.
Yeah, that's good. We're going to get hate mail before we get fan mail.
They're just gonna be like, you suck! Reed Richards is the best! I'm his biggest fanboy!
Yep, and then it's just been, yeah.
Yep, it's either that or, I do have my ridiculous Marvel pairing that I like to call Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not sure which one's the beauty or which one's the beast.
That's a pretty great one. It's The Thing and Dr. Doom.
Ben Grimm and Dr. Doom, after reading the fan fiction of them in college. Pre-superpowers.
It's a really... I feel like the beauty aspect is that Sue introduces them, and then it's just love at first sight, you know?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
They're from different sides of the track, Mexi.
I know.
They're from different worlds.
It's West Side Story. You know, Victor Von Doom, he's that bad boy.
Yes. There is a place for us.
Yeah, it's very Romeo and Juliet.
You know, like...
Yeah, you know, in that he's an evil supervillain, and Ben Grimm is a giant rock monster.
It's a classic story for the ages, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes. It's one of my favorite pairings right now.
I like the idea of it.
Well, now we're probably gonna get, like, hate mail for that, too. They're gonna be like, why are you making them a pairing? Why have you ruined this for me?
To any Fantastic Four fans, I guess I apologize. We're all entitled to our own opinions. We're sorry if you found ours offensive, but, you know, those are our opinions.
I feel like Fan Four Stick is way more...
Fan Four Stick.
That
movie.
It's worse, probably, so I think we may be
this is, compared to that movie, like, this is actually praising Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Our fictional scenarios are a better tribute to Fantastic Four than Fan Four Stick.
One day Beauty and the Beast is gonna happen. I'm telling you guys.
It's the wave of the future.
Wave of the future. Beauty and the Beast.
That's right to Marvel right now.
One's a beast, one's a beauty. Nobody knows which is which.
You get to decide, viewers.
Yes, call in.
Yes.
Tell us which one you'd like to be Beauty and which one you'd like to be the Beast.
It'd be like that, does Jason Todd live or die, except less serious.
Yes. Oh my gosh. But, like, if it ever happened, like, freaking, like, Dr. Doom, instead of having some scarred, crazy face, he'd probably just be, like, pretty Scarface.
You mean like the actual Beauty and the Beast show, where it's just like,
Yes.
how are you a beast? You're just really attractive.
Yes, oh no, you're a beast. You have a pretty scar on your face.
Hollywood ugly is my favorite thing.
Hollywood ugly.
Because it's just like, oh, this is what you call ugly?
It's like what they did with, like, I, Frankenstein, too. They just made him pretty.
Yeah. I found the idea behind that puzzling just in general.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's like, you know, the Hollywood, what will work?
Yeah, they reached into their big hat, their, like, 3 hats. One that was just, like, famous fictional character. Weird occupation this character could have. Time period.
Yeah, kind of like the Che Guevara,
Frankenstein translator.
Yes.
We're referring to a video by Barely Political, which you can find on YouTube. They did not sponsor us, by the way. We just really love this video.
Yeah.
That's like, if you search Barely Political, one word, and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, they basically are just like, so you just take one historical figure, one deadly noun, and one cool occupation, and nerds will go to see your movie. And so there was Che Guevara, Frankenstein translator.
I kind of wish that was a movie, honestly.
And Mahatma Gandhi, time-traveling assassin.
Yes!
And Jesus Christ, stunt coordinator.
Oh my gosh, do you know that there's actually a movie that's called Jesus Christ Vampire Slayer or something?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like some Canadian movie, too.
Canada.
And it's basically this low-budget thing about Jesus killing off vampires who are, like, killing Christians or something.
Oh,
It's
Canada.
really weird. Like, I watched, I think, the first 5 minutes, and I was like, I'll get back to this, and I never did.
That's fair. And I think we're veering off topic, so we should probably end this off.
Yeah, so any other ideas on TV shows?
Those are the main ones I have right now. I mean, I'm sure there are a bunch. Honestly, like, both of, like, the big 2, and even, like, some of the more independent publishers have so many really cool ideas that could easily be made into something.
Yeah.
But, like, those are the ones that I feel like are really relevant now, I guess, that could really gain traction now.
Ooh, do you know what would be interesting? She-Hulk as a lawyer.
Yes!
As a lawyer TV show with She-Hulk.
It could be a comedy drama where, like, the other half of the show is, like, her dealing with, like, the tenants of, like, that office building that's leased only to superhumans.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh, Frank walked through the walls again. Frank, this isn't your office. Oh.
Oh my gosh, and they'd just do, like, that face, you know, like the wah, wah.
Wah.
And the other one would just kind of, like, stand there like, golly, say catchphrase. And then there'd be, like, you know, the laugh track in the background.
It could be like the comic book superhero / lawyer version of Psych.
Yes, I wish. I miss Psych.
I do too.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we should probably end this off. We keep getting off topic.
Yeah, sorry for being so off
We should probably
topic.
cut some of that out. But anyway.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was our first episode. Hopefully you will come back.
Yeah, hopefully, like, you've been listening until this point and you didn't just kind of stop at one random point.
Yeah, just I guess comment and say we're awesome. I'm not sure where this is gonna be. I think it will be iTunes. It could be YouTube or something.
Yeah, we can find, like, interwebs, somewhere on the interwebs.
Yeah, interweb stuff. Well,
Yes.
and we'll get back to this in, like, 2 weeks or something. I'm not sure when.
Yeah, we're still working out the details. We live in different places.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. So, alright. Good night and Godspeed, listeners.
Yes, good night, listeners.
Good night.
Night.